It's happened, everybody! Oh, it's finally happened! Hello, everybody. I Shark 2003, aka Camden, here today, bringing you all a new episode of Minecats. And I have been sitting here for absolute ages waiting for these eggs to hatch that we got on a live stream, and oh, they're so cute. We got turtles now in Minecats. Alright, 1 second. Let me grab some name tags. I got some name tags for these guys because I wanted to name them so we can remember which were the original turtles that were here in Minecats. So I'm going to name you Splash, you are going to be Ripple, and you are going to be Coral. Nice! And are they supposed to just sit there and look at me? You guys can go in the water, you know, right? Come on. Come in the water. You can come out here. Oh no! No! Stay away! Stay away! I think zombies attack turtle babies. Okay, go. Turtles, go! Go out into the ocean. Swim away. Be free. Don't stay here. There's lots of zombies and stuff that want to kill you. Go. Go. Why are they just sitting here? Can I nudge them into the ocean? I don't want to hurt them. I don't really know how turtles work. Can I just nudge it? There you go. Get in the water. There you go. There's Coral, there's Ripple, and there's Splash. Okay. Phew. Alright, and there's no like drown down here, right? That are gonna kill them? I don't think so. Goodbye, little guys. I'll see you soon. But yeah, you guys, you heard me correctly. We did our first ever Minecats live stream in between this episode and the last, and it was really, really fun, let me tell you. We went exploring through the Minecats world to find different resources to bring back, which I will show y'all in just a minute. But we also went to the Woodland Mansion, and we were able to loot the whole place, capture a bunch of Vindicators, and we managed to meet a new friend. And that friend is this guy right over here. We found this cat statue locked away in a room of the Woodland Mansion, and we just felt so bad for him, me and the chat, that we decided, you know what? We have to bring him back to Minecats. So we deconstructed him and then reconstructed him exactly as he was before in the Woodland Mansion. And now he's so happy. He's here in Minecats, free from the abusive environment of the Woodland Mansion, which is really, really nice. But that's not all we found on our journey. We also found some new resources like this beehive and these sweet berry bushes that we decided to bring back in. Later in this episode, we are going to be creating some farms out of them, so stay tuned for that. But I've been running into a problem with this beehive. Now, there are bees in here because when I placed this down next to Red Wolf's house, which, by the way, I hope Red Wolf doesn't mind me putting bees next to his house. They're only going to be here for a minute. But when I put this here, the bees were coming out. They were pollinating the flowers. I even put some extra ones right here just to tempt them to come back out. But they haven't been coming out in a while. And I don't know what that's about. So I'm a little worried. I'm not super familiar with bee mechanics, so I'm not exactly sure how they work. But I thought they would have been out. It's been a couple days, like in-game days, and they haven't popped out. So if any of y'all know how to fix that, let me know. But yeah, you guys, the stream was extremely, extremely fun. Those of you who came out to watch, thank you once again for coming to hang out with me and making it so fun. If y'all want to watch the playback of the live stream, I will try to remember to put a link in the description of this video so y'all can go back and watch it. But for today, our goal is to create some more farms, like I said. We have some farms over here, but they're kind of shabby. I've been clearing them out to make room for today's episode. We had some carrot farms, potato farms, and wheat farms over here. But, you know, they're very manual. It takes a long time to collect resources here in Minecats, so I wanted to change that. Today, we are going to be working on food farms and an XP farm. We have a lot to get done. But first, I need to make room for those builds. So what I'm going to do, Hershey is here to help me. I'm going to tear down the agriculture district. That's right, these buildings are going bye-bye. And you might be like, oh, but Camden, why are you tearing down all your buildings? It's only been a couple episodes and you're like, tearing down everything in Minecats. Yeah, I am, because I hate all of the buildings here. I was such a bad builder, and I know I could do so much better now. So you know what? The Moo Moo Milk Barn, it's going bye-bye. This chicken coop, adios. The sheep barn, yeah, goodbye. And well, the horse stables, I kind of like this. I'm a little sentimental for it because this was a build done by the Mining Ocelot, which if you come in here, yeah, I've got some credit for him. But yeah, you know, if we're gonna build an industrial district, this is kind of gonna be in the way. So I'm thinking about reconstructing this elsewhere in a future episode, just for like nostalgia sake. I don't know where though, so I guess we'll have to see later on. I'm gonna take some screenshots so that way I can build it exactly as it is. So basically everything is going away except for the train station. I think I'm going to keep that. And this factory right here, although it is going to get a major renovation done to it. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do, so I am going to do this all in a time lapse. Let's get into it. So I began to deconstruct the agricultural district, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty sad. Some of these buildings have been around in the world since before episode 50, which would have been within like the first year or two of Minecats. And so, yeah, it was really sad to see them go, and it was really weird to see them go as well, because the whole area was just barren with like hardly any buildings, any trees, or anything. And the time lapse actually took me a lot longer than I had initially planned because I didn't account for having to terraform the land afterwards because, you know, some of the old buildings had some really bad hills go up to them, and so I had to fix it all up, make it to where it was suitable for the buildings that I'm planning to build in the future. And yeah, I was busy. I worked for quite a few hours. And after I did that, I moved on over to what was previously the cookie factory, and I decided to give it a makeover on the exterior. So I didn't do much. I tried to keep it as close to the original as possible, tried to keep it with the same block palette and stuff. However, I just wanted to make it look a little bit more industrial. I fixed some of the chimneys, I believe they're called chimneys, or the exhaust towers. I don't know what they're called. Let me know in the comments. And then also I tried to make it a bit more rocky at the bottom by adding some unpolished granite and andesite to make it look like the building was settling and it was kind of old. Just little things like that. And then along the side of it, I decided to put kind of some gear looking things on it just to make it look a bit more mechanical, which I thought added just enough detail to make it look great. Ta-da! It is all done. It's so weird seeing this much room out here. There's like nothing. It's so bare. But I finished, and I'm really liking how this factory is looking now. It just looks a bit more industrial, a bit more mechanical, like I said in the time lapse, and I really enjoy it. It's not a whole lot, but I think it improves it just a little bit. And then also, I have all of these perimeters down here that are going up to mark out future buildings. That's going to be a wool factory. This is going to be like a storage building. This is going to be a food factory. And then I even added some perimeters out here in the residential and commercial district, we've got, this is going to be the next bank. This is going to be a coffee shop. This is going to be a lighthouse. I just have a little bit of everything just to help me, so that way I can plan out buildings in the future. I could figure out the paths where they were going to go, especially over in this direction. Yeah, it just helps me kind of, what's the word? Like, I don't know, just plan out where all of the buildings are going to go. Zoning, that's what it's called. It helps me zone a lot better. But now, before we get on to our next chore for today, I need to go and repair some of my tools because they are extremely low. And just to show y'all how I get all of the XP to repair my tools, yeah, this is how I do it currently. I just go to my village and make all these trades with villagers, and they give you quite a bit of XP by doing this, except it just takes forever, and it takes a lot of resources too. So, like I said earlier in today's episode, I'm going to be working on making a better XP farm, a better way to get XP, because yeah, this is just too much work for me. Well, after about an hour and a half of trading with villagers, my tools are finally repaired. I never want to do that again. But before I go, there is just one more thing that I want to do here in the village, and that is to get some cats. That's right, 118 episodes into Minecats, and we are finally going to be getting a lot of cats for the world. So, or for Minecats, we're going to take some back. So there's one right up here, Tuxedo Cat, kind of looks like Hershey. So I'm going to try to sneak up on it. Hey there, little guy. Hello? What would you like? Would you like a fishy? Come on. Come on. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, we got a kitty. And about an hour and a half later, I have found no other cats. I am just chilling. I don't know what it is with this village, but it just can't spawn any cats for some reason. Like, especially not when I want the cats. Like, whenever I'm just trading, I'm like, oh, look at all the kitties everywhere. But now it's just like, nope. No cats anywhere. So I think that if I'm going to want to find a bunch of cats, I'm going to have to go to a naturally generated village, because those things spawn a lot more than this village here. Alright, let's see what cats we can get here. Oh, here we go. We got a little gray cat. Hello there. Oh, the grass is in the way. Oh, no, I was just trying to get the grass out of the way. Come on. It's alright. I'm nice. Would you like a fish? There you go. Aha. Gotcha. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And a doggo. And it looks like 5 cats and a dog are all we're going to get today. Y'all, it is a lot harder to get cats in Minecraft than I first thought. I thought, like, to me they spawn all the time in villages when you show up to them. But no, the one time I'm actually looking for cats, there's like none to be seen. It's exhausting. I've been going at this for like a couple hours at least. But now what I'm going to do is I've got to hide these guys because they are actually a surprise for Hershey. Now, Hershey's birthday is coming up, you guys, on July 16th, and she will be turning 10 years old. That's right, double digits. And I felt like I had to do something for her this year because every year I try doing something for her, and Hershey's not a very needy cat, so she just kind of blows off any presents that we get her. You know, new scratching post, she doesn't care. Treats, no, she's not gonna eat them. She just wants peace and quiet, basically. So, for her 10th birthday, I thought, you know what? If real life Hershey's not gonna appreciate the gifts I get her, then maybe virtual Hershey will. So, that's why I've gotten all of these guys. Come on, guys. You can come, like, further into here. I'm gonna hide you down here in the basement, Red Wolf's old place. Nope. Stop climbing the ladder. Where are you even going? There we go. Sit down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a doggo. Perfect. So yeah, all of you guys are going to sit down here and I will surprise Hershey with you guys very, very soon. So that way she has some friends whenever I'm off doing builds and adventures and stuff. But now, back to the factory. And while I've told y'all that we'll be building an XP farm in here, I've not yet told y'all what kind of XP farm. Basically, I'm going to be building what I believe is called a, kelp smelter array, or kelp furnace array, something like that. Essentially how it works is we will have a kelp farm on this side which harvests kelp just like any other kelp farm. All the kelp will go up into the ceiling, fall into some hoppers, which will transport them to this side of the factory, which will drop them into a super smelter, which will smelt all of the kelp super fast. Once it's done smelting, all of it will fall out of the furnaces into more hoppers, which will go into an output chest. And all of the hoppers that have smelted the kelp will store the XP that we should get. So over time, while I'm in the area, this farm will be working in the background, and then I can come over and stop the farm, take out the kelp from the furnaces, and that should give me enough XP to mend my tools in the future. That way, I don't have to keep going to the villagers, because they're annoying. So first things first, I need to dig out a long line of blocks in this wall right here. This is going to be the lobby that we can come into to interact with the furnaces and the input and output chests faster without having to go into the back with all the redstone. And right here, this line is where the smokers are going to be. And I'm using smokers instead of furnaces because kelp is considered a food block by the game, which means that the smokers will cook it faster. It's just a little bit more efficient. And now, of course, I've put the input and output chests. This is going to be the output chest, this is the fuel input, and this is the kelp input. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Camden, if all of the kelp is going to be automatically fed into the furnaces, why do you have to have a kelp input chest? And the answer is, I don't know, actually. That actually just came into my mind right now. So I don't think we actually need that there, but who knows? Maybe there's a reason for it later on. I'm not very good at redstone, as y'all can tell. And now I need to place the hoppers feeding into the back of the smokers, and the hoppers feeding into the top of the smokers. And for those of you who don't know how hoppers interact with furnaces, basically the hoppers that feed into the top of the furnace is where the food goes into, so basically the kelp, and then the hoppers in the back is how the coal or the fuel is fed into the furnace. And now this is where things get a little more complicated. Who am I kidding? This is where things get a lot more complicated. I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can, though I don't recommend that y'all use this design. It's one that I came up with on my own because I wanted to try to figure out the redstone for myself, so that way I can learn and hopefully be a better redstoner. But yeah, I recommend that y'all probably go look up a better design because there are probably tons out there on YouTube that are flawless, and mine is just kind of janky. So how this works is basically the input chests are going to be feeding items down into a hopper minecart. And we don't want the hopper minecart to go and fill up all of the furnaces unless it is full. So that way it can dump out all of its stuff in the furnaces. So how we're going to do that is we have the minecart here on this detector rail. And we have a comparator detecting like the weight, I guess, of the minecart on the detector rail. So once this minecart is full with items, let's just put in some rails and some torches, but let's leave one out. So see, it's not completely full yet. It has to have 5 stacks of an item to be set off. And so it triggers this redstone to power, and this final piece of redstone won't open this gate, which is holding the minecart back until that final item is put in. So when we do that, it opens up and it goes and feeds the furnaces over here. And we've got rails dropping it all in. Oh, that's a problem. Well, after some careful investigations and a little bit of tweaking, I found out that I built everything 1 block too far to the right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call smart. I'm a redstone genius, I tell ya. Alright, so now that I've got the minecart system working and the input chests working, I need to get the output chest connected to these furnaces. So what I need to do is I probably need to knock out all of these blocks from underneath the furnaces, and I need to put hoppers there that's going to feed into a dropper chain. Alright, perfect. So now we have all of the hoppers pulling the items out of the smokers and plugging them into this dropper chain, which will feed them up and into a hopper chain, which will drop them into the output chest. Now, I have the droppers here for the dropper chain, but I don't actually have it set up yet. But I thought I'd show y'all how to do this because it's something I actually understand how it works. And I thought, you know, this is something that I've always wanted to do with redstone, and I finally figured out how to do it. So basically, if you ever want to feed items upwards, then you can create a dropper chain. Just put a bunch of droppers on top of one another. Basically, put this repeater here, scanning the bottom dropper. Gonna put some redstone here and basically create a redstone clock. It's a super simple dealio there. We're gonna feed this out and into a block here, and then we're going to create a pattern of stone blocks up to that hopper if I can reach it. And then we're just going to put redstone torches in between each of these stone bricks like that, and it'll basically create a chain, or like a pulse and pattern or something. I don't know the technical jargon for this stuff. It's redstone magic. It basically uses redstone magic to make items go up. So if we put in, let's say, a wool block to test, it should go missing. Perfect. And then we can come over here into the output chest and we should see it pop in. I didn't put redstone torches in there. Hello. Okay, there we go. Turns out it only works when you put multiple items in there, or else they get like caught for some reason. I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but as I said, I'm kind of a redstone amateur, so I don't know. And now to take a break from the complicated redstone, we are going to work on an easier component of the factory, which is the kelp farm. For those of you whose brains got fried during the last segment, yeah, this is going to be a lot better. Basically, this is a super duper simple kelp farm that really doesn't require a whole lot of effort. First, we've got to put some blocks here for the kelp to grow on. Then we have to have another row back here. The second row is going to be pistons. Then the third row is observers. Then behind the observers, we're going to put redstone. Then we do another row just like it, one block behind, and begin to fill the room with water. Alright, so I have filled the entire tank with water. The tricky part about the water is you have to make sure that it's all a water source block, so that way the kelp floats up to the very top. And then at the very top, I just have water placed along the back row of the tank, so that way it creates a little stream that puts it into hoppers, which takes it all the way back here to the furnaces, into the input chest, where it is filled into this hopper here, as you can see. And soon, once that is completely full, it will start to fill up the furnaces. And now, the last thing that I have to do to say that this machine is complete is to go and get some fuel. Alright, so if we fill the fuel chest with these kelp blocks, they're not moving. Oh, okay, so when this minecart is right here, it creates a redstone signal that locks this hopper, meaning that the kelp can't go through. But that should be fine, because whenever it moves to go fill the furnaces, it should drop the fuel in. I think that should be fine. It'll still work. Alright, you guys, I just went back to Minecats Tower and I found a bunch of kelp lying around in some of my chests. So hopefully I plugged it in. Ah, that's so satisfying. Wait, why did these not light up? They're supposed to all light up in a row. Hello? Get out of there. Why aren't these lighting up? Is there just not enough kelp? The hopper got stuck. What in the world? There's nothing even... Oh, it's not powered. Okay, I can fix that. We'll just put you there, and we'll put you there, and we'll do you there. And now you move. Can you give it a nudge? There we go. Alright, and let's come see. Yes, they're all working now. Great. Is it still feeding through? It is. Oh, and really quickly as well. Alright. The kelp is coming out really, really quickly. Man, this smelts really, really fast. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. It's working. Yay! I did redstone. But now I need to try to spruce up the interior of this place a bit. It's a little, bare, a little boring. So I'm going to work on adding some decorations in here and some furniture. And we'll do that in a time lapse. And afterwards, I shall see how much kelp this thing has smelted. And I will see how much XP I get from it afterwards. So, yep, let's jump into the time lapse. And I am done, you guys. This was a really fun project to do. Like the redstone, it was really stressful. So I was able to kind of de-stress afterwards by decorating this place. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. This might be one of my favorite interiors that I've done before. Here we have the little lobby that I was talking to y'all about. We have some couches over here that you can sit at while you wait for the furnaces to get done. Some shelves. We've got some item frames back here that kind of shows the kelp smelting process. I have two levers here. This one locks the furnaces. That way we can pull the kelp out of them when they're done smelting. And right here, this turns on and off the kelp farm. And then I've kind of got this over here, and I've labeled which chest is which. Coming through here, we go into the back, the redstone, and I've decorated it to kind of look like a storage room. We've got a bunch of shelving units that have kelp and furnaces on them, so that way, you know, if those ever break, even though that's not possible, say in this world it is possible for the furnaces to break, then you can just switch them out with some of these spare ones back here. And so I kind of did the same thing in here. With the redstone, just that way I could light it up a bit more and decorate it. And then also I have a small little room back here that I've just decorated a bit with the redstone here, just so it feels a little bit more lived in, you know. And then right here I have kind of a shelf that's broken, and all of the kelp has just kind of spilled out on the floor. Even though I think this is a little more kelp than can actually fit there, but you know, who cares? Just don't think about it. And actually, the time lapse that y'all just saw actually didn't take that long. It was only about 30 minutes to do all this. So I needed to find another way to kind of stay in this area and let some kelp smelt while I was working on stuff. So I went mining just underneath this whole district, you know. So all of these furnaces were loading while I was away. So I have a bunch of pickaxes that I need to mend. So let's see how much XP I can get. Furnace 1, okay. Not a lot. So yeah, this farm may have been a bust. Ooh. That was like no XP whatsoever. I'm kind of disappointed. Of course, like if I don't come here for a long time, then I'll have loads of XP that I can get. But that's still not as much as I was hoping. So, well, this was a great episode. I'm so done. I hate redstone. Come on, Hershey, we're going to the Melon Museum. I'm angry. Well, never mind that. I guess I'll just have to go back to the village to mend my tools, which is annoying, but it works. I guess we'll just have to find another XP farm to build in the future. But for now, it is time for the Melon Museum. What is the Melon Museum, you ask? Well, the Melon Museum is a place where I put your name on a sign if you've ever done something nice for me, such as draw me fan art, leave a nice comment, anything like that. And today to the Melon Museum, I am adding somebody that has drawn me not one, but 2 pieces of fan art. And that person is none other than Shaylee Arison. The first piece of fan art that I was sent by Shaylee was a picture of Ishard, my Warriors Cats OC, looking really cute and adorable. And then the second one was an updated picture of my Ishard OC whenever I changed his pelt patterns and everything a few months back. And so I thought that they were both really, really cute, and I really appreciated Shaylee for taking the time in her day to draw me those pictures. So yeah, thank you, Shaylee, for the fan art, and welcome to the Melon Museum. But that's going to do it for today, guys. We had an extremely productive episode today. We tore down the agricultural district, which was sad, to say the least. We remodeled the cookie factory, which is now a kelp factory, which, speaking of which, let me know in the comments if you have any like fun name ideas for that factory. Like, should we name it something cool like Kelp Co or something like that? I don't know. If you have any name ideas, let me know down in the comments. And also, we got Hershey some we got Hershey some pets. Yeah, that's all we got her. And some friends. Don't let her know that we got them for her. Next episode, we'll try to find more. All right? Yeah, okay. What? No, I'm not saying anything, Hershey. Look, it's a fish in the tank. I'm gonna step over here real quick, Hersh. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, share this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more Minecats content. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later, guys. Bye! Ishard is meowed. Stinking XP farm. Spent hours working on you and you just barely give me any XP. Now I gotta trade with villagers and they're super annoying. Just take these. Give me XP. I'm so rad.